I'm like, fuck all the talking, nigga, I'ma get it without a doubt. Ayy, I'm the nigga she be stressing about. You the type to go stress her out. Ayy, knots in my pockets, I feel like I gotta go and walk it out. Ayy, tell them to stop it, you know they gon' do the most for the clout. I play the game like an athlete. Ever since I got money, she jacking me. Leave it all on her face like it's agony. I ran up the racks like a track meet. It ain't no GPS, she can't track me. I'm the hottest young and don't at me. I'm the hood fade, don't at me. If you throwing shade, nigga, at me. Cause they moving strange, they start telling lies when that hate start working. Send my 30s out lurking. I'm tryna get them washed like detergent. They be looking real nervous in person. Call my accountant to see how my check look. I don't want her unless she got a checkbook. Diamonds fighting, you get hit with a left hook. We ain't fighting, got the thunder like Westbrook. Breeze on me like Bill Russell. Trips in my pocket.
Yeah, y'all, we in the lab, man. We in the lab. Welcome to the lab today. Class of 2022, CJ Riley, Wings Academy's finest, Under Armour's New Heights finest, CJ Riley. Welcome to the lab, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely, bro. Appreciate you coming, man. This is my dude right here. Been watching him play for years now. I know his pops. Comes from a good family. So yeah, man. Tell us, man, what age you started playing basketball? What age you picked up around?
I picked up basketball around like 7 years old, but I wanted to start taking basketball serious around like 10 years old.
Okay. Around 10 years old. So I know you started, so you say you picked up the ball around 7, 8, started taking it serious around 10. What made you start taking basketball serious? Like, I want to do this for a living.
I was around a lot of like role models like Gerald Lockhart, Kareem Reed. Those are two people that I call my uncle.
Right.
Those are two New York City alums who are point guards also.
Yep.
And my uncle Jerry, he went to University of Pitt, and Kareem went to University of Arkansas. So it was like
Those
are two high level D1s. That's where I want to go. That or higher. So it's like working with them. I know my minimum is going to be something like a Pitt or Arkansas, and higher than that, that's when that'll bring higher colleges and more chances of me going where I want to be.
Okay. So I know you started playing. You started around 10 years old. Your first time playing organized basketball was with who?
Dykeman Pee Wee, little Pee Wee League on small courts.
Back. Shout out to Dykeman Pee Wee League, man. Definitely aspire to be like Dykeman one day. They've been giving back to the youth for years and years. Right. Shout out to them. So after Dykeman, that's Pee Wee. Dykeman is not really, it's cool. Dykeman's definitely a great starter for the 5, 6, 7 year olds to get them fundamentals to dribble in, you know what I mean, left hand, right hand, left type of situation. That's definitely one of the premier programs for you. Training clinics, Gauchos too. They have Saturday clinics too for the younger kids where they doing this fundamental stuff. So shout out to them. After you do Pee Wee ball, you start now. Your first AAU team. Who your first AAU team you start playing?
My first AAU team was New Heights.
Okay.
Yeah, it was New Heights with Coach Dave, and our first tournament we played in Gauchos. Gauchos round ball.
Round ball.
I played horrible. Like that was my first time playing against good competition, and my friend RJ, he was like, that's my sandbox brother to this day.
Shout out RJ.
Shout out RJ. He was scoring 14, 15 the first game. Second game I had 16, and I was getting 1, 2 points. And that tournament, one game I had 0. Like I just wasn't playing up to the person or to the player that I knew I could be. And my father knew that he worked me out and worked with me to be. So it was just like that showed me the different type of work ethic that I would have to have going in like different levels and stuff like that, like playing for different level kind of basketball.
Right. And I got a quick story too. The first time I seen CJ play as well was with New Heights, and we was it was Live City in Riverbank State Park, and he was playing with New Heights. We had just finished having a game. Like, we had a playtime game, I think, in the Teach Me in Jersey somewhere. And we had to come to the Live City because the B team was playing. And they didn't have, it's the B team, which is fine. They didn't have whatever. And I'm all for it, like, let him play. Like, let him get games. And it was New Heights. And I already had spoke to his pops, Rod. That's my man. That he told me that they was, I'm like, oh, nah. So, I already knew I was going to come to that, whatever. So I remember Julian gets there, whatever, he gets in the game. It was nothing crazy he scored, but I remember from the time that man scored, Nigga, CJ was on his straps, like locking them up. That shit. I'm like, yo, like I remember. Look, I never forget it. Like I said, it wasn't. They wound up beating the team. They was beating before he got there anyway. But this is attitude, like he's seeing the kid come, like, oh, this kid scored. He don't know, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's scoring though. Like, all right, I'm gonna make sure I guard him. And he made sure, like, he was on him. Anything, like, you know what I mean? He made everything hard for him. It was this. I remember because he was giving the ball up fast, and at that time he was a nut. So that's how I'm like, he giving the ball up. Like, what? I don't pass the ball. So yeah, I was impressed from day one. I'm like, nah, like I was impressed with that. And you know what I mean? Little do I know, he says that was one of his best games.
Yeah,
that he had. That's like one of his best games he had.
Playing, yeah,
right, because he was starting off playing with New Heights, and like he said, he had just played bad at Gaucho, so that was one of his best games. But that was one of the first times I actually got to see him play and go from there. So after New Heights, I know you did New Heights for a few years, then you went to PSA. So yeah, how was that?
I played with PSA just to get a different feel of like basketball, quicker pace. New Heights was a lot of like for me running plays, stuff like that.
Right.
PSA was more go out and play, and we was really playing like off a lot of talent. So it was just like I see how talented I was against other talented teams. It was fun. I played for probably like a month and a half with them. One tournament just to find out I was MIT in Maryland. It was a good experience just to see the different type of players and stuff that I could play against in the future and stuff like that.
Shout out to MIT too. If you're not a real baller if you ain't play I'm just saying, like, no shade. Not like you're not a real baller, but you ain't go through the trenches. Like MIT, if you played MIT, then you've been through the trenches. Like
you played MIT, you played against Maryland.
You played against right.
And that's when they was number one.
And that's when they was number one in the country, bro. And like I said, you did MIT. You came up through the trenches because that was the grind. That was the biggest tournament for middle school anyway. Both times they had a winter and a spring session, and both times it was always elite competition, always packed, games crazy, and it's dope because this is where you meet most of the kids you're gonna keep playing with through your age group, through your entire time, like for our coast. So you'll know, Atlantic Coast. So these are the kids that you're playing with, playing against, going to these camps. Some teams you might be on the same team, and develop other friendships besides where you live at, from like specifically MIT, to be real with you. Like anyway, so MIT, I know after that, I know you subsequently go to Riverside, and like you could tell it. I don't know from what I've seen, but I know like everything changed from you as a ball player from going. I think that was a great move for you for your development as a as a player. Yeah,
Riverside, they just changed my whole game. From I was hesitant a lot. Like as a point guard, you're supposed to be fluent with everything you do. Run through the plays like it's nothing. I was just hesitant as in I drive and kick, I'll get the ball off the kick, I'll be wide open, I won't shoot the ball, I'll try to pump fake, get in the lane, stuff like that. But with Riverside, it was just, shoot the ball. And I never had a coach that told me, shoot the ball. Shout out Coach Danny. Right. He was just, shoot the ball, shoot the ball, shoot the ball. And that changed like my whole perspective on basketball just as a game. Because I never shot that many, I started shooting 15 shots a game. I never shot that much shots in the game. Right. So that also worked into work ethic at a different level, because you shooting 15 shots. Shooting 10 shots is a lot when you're never coming off the court. So the extra 5 is you got to use more of your legs, use more everything, just more energy out of you, and that's when came into work ethic and stamina, stuff like that.
Right.
The year after that, actually in the beginning of my 8th grade year, I played Riverside too.
Right.
My coach is Donovan, and Donovan Jones. He was a good coach. He also gave me the green light to shoot. Only thing he told me was, don't shoot at the 3-point line. As a middle schooler, you should want to shoot 2 feet behind the 3-point line, because once you're high school, the line going back up.
Right.
High school, 2 feet, because it's going back up in college, and it's going to continue doing that throughout your career until you hit the NBA or overseas. So it's like, you shouldn't really want to hug the line or anything. You want to work on things in the future, not just now.
Right.
And that's one thing he told me too. After that, we weren't really going that much tournaments, so I went with New York City Wrens to May Hoops, stacked team, Denver, England, Zion Cruz, Derek Whitehead, Justice Williams, just to name a few. Shout out my boy DJ too, the Rev Victory.
Yes sir, little DJ. My God.
He came with us to matter of fact 2 sessions, and we turned up, we made it to the Elite 8. And that just showed, like, even with a stacked team, you go anywhere, because it wasn't on no nut stuff. It was just, extra passes there, we making an extra pass.
I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised, though, because like I said, I didn't. It wasn't a matter of them being talented or of them even winning. Like on paper, you assume they're gonna win. Was it gonna work? Is the question, because they could have won and they could have been terrible. Like they could have been fighting and arguing the entire time and still won because they had that much talent. Like y'all don't understand, that team was crazy. But surprisingly, yo, they played great. Like it was no what's the word I'm looking for? It was no ego, no selfish, no ego issues. They was having fun on the court. You could see it, and it's fun when you blowing teams out. You gotta worry about nothing. You know what I mean? They was sharing the ball. It was crazy.
It was so easy sharing the ball though, because they all had bounce.
Right.
So it'll be a time in the game where we did this one time, not too many times. But I threw an alley to Derek on a fast break. He threw an alley while he was in the air to Zion. Zion dunks the ball.
Yeah,
so it's the alley to alley. And it's just like, yo, that just turned the game up.
All the way.
And after that, I'll get a steal. I have a layup. But I say, we just got one alley. Now just throw a little alley to Justice. Justice dunked the ball. Boom. Now all the momentum is just like, from a layup to alley off the backboard is just regular alley dunk. Is a big momentum change. Denver, great score. Come down, hit a three. Like,
shout out to Denver. It's 50. It was 48 by the 50, bro. Wayne PAL. I forgot who he was playing with. It wasn't Renz at the time, but it was the same year. It was the winter time, right before May. It was right before May. I'm sorry, fall. Right before May, because May is the end of fall, winter, whatever. But I think it was 6. I don't remember 6 May. Whatever, bro. You remember? Because I know you remember. He 49 piece. Shout out to Denver, man. He'd kill it, man. But
like he would come down to 3, and that was just a lot of momentum changes for us. And that just made us a team. Hotels, we had fun. That time we had all the cameras around us and stuff like that, so we could have the fun, like little ding dong ditch in the hotel, little stuff like that.
Right.
But it was just all the cameras around made us like even more closer, because who wouldn't want to be on camera when you were in 8th grade?
Right.
And so we would just be around each other more in each other's hotel room, little smack cams while we sleep, just little things like that. And thing that showed me was just like levels and stuff like that. Derek was at Mount Verde at the time as an 8th grader playing Voss, so it was just like being around Derek and seeing how quick his game matured from 7th grade to 8th grade. It was just like, I seen how my game could have matured also. So being around those type of players changed it too.
It definitely, and then you know what they say, iron sharpens iron. So even I know, I can assume even in practice it's probably dogfights, you know what I mean? Fun, but it's a dogfight. You gotta play the game all the time and you get exposed. You know what I mean? Point blank period.
And we was practicing top players too from Renz, who was playing up.
Right.
We had Luther Muhammad from Ohio State. He was playing 17s at the time. He would come to a 15s practice. Yo, one-on-one full court right now. And who's guarding the Ohio State commit in 8th grade? But who cares?
Right.
We had to step up to the plate.
That's it, man. You had to. Yeah, I mean, you in the lab, put that work in, man. You had no excuses. So I know after that, Renz, you in playing with the Renz at 8th grade. So go, you know what I mean? At the same time, your season starts, you go undefeated. At Mount Hall, you guys got a squad there too. I know. Shout out to Maurice Odom.
Definitely.
Shout out to my boy Mo. He'll be on here soon too. Great story for him. Anyway, so y'all wound up going undefeated that year. Y'all beat Sousa, and Sousa, like I said, I know they win it damn near every year or every other year. They be having, they be always winning. So y'all knock Sousa out. Y'all win states. You know what I mean? Going in, so you win that. Then you go into your freshman year, Cardinal Hayes. Y'all go undefeated. City championship.
2 years back to back.
You know what I mean?
I went undefeated.
Undefeated, bro. That's a great account. He went undefeated on 2 levels: middle school, high school, back to back. That's, you know how many games. You know how hard people, like, you can't downplay. You know how hard that is. You and then
went 22-0 during the. I went 22-0 during the high school season, and I went 16-0 or 18-0 during the middle school season.
Different players.
That's almost 40 games.
40
in a row
games.
That I didn't lose.
Didn't lose. Different coaching, different style of play, different players. Come on, bro. Come on, son.
The one
you
person I
gotta
got
pay
to give a
homage.
big shout out to also is Joe Toussaint, because
My boy, two. What up, bro?
He showed me like different things, as in just playing basketball and being a point guard, working off the court, getting your body right, eating healthy. Like, he wasn't putting bad things into his body, thinking good things were gonna come out of it.
Right.
So shout out Joe.
My boy Joey, man, that's a good look, man. He's definitely a good brother. So like I said, you go undefeated, Hayes, y'all win that. So tell me, like, what was one of your most memorable games during the high school season? Your freshman year.
During high school season?
Yeah.
I would say St. Raymond's.
St. Raymond's.
In the championship game.
Okay.
We were down. Shout out Coach Rose first. Nobody beats him 3 times in the season, and we beat him twice in the regular season and championship game too. But we played them in a chip. We was down 18 in the 4th quarter. I never was down that much in the 4th quarter and won.
That's tough.
I seen it happen, but I never I never personally been through it, played in it. So they put me in it. They put me in that predicament. They was just about 18, and it was just to a point to where it was this is the last game of the season. God forbid I get injured or not. What's happening after this? I'm done.
Right.
So it's like I'm gonna give it my all, and we all gave it our all, and we just pulled out the W.
Yeah, that was a crazy game. I remember I was texting your pops, man, getting the play-by-play visual. Yeah. I know towards the end, I think you got a steal, you got a big bucket. I know towards the end, you was
the N1.
The N1. That's what I know. Was something crazy.
That kind of layup. N1, and it went high off the backboard. It was the N1, hit the bucket. That actually gave us the lead that we ain't lose after that.
See, that's it, man. Those are memories, and like I said, things like that. That confidence, man. You have to have confidence to take a shot like that in crunch time and make the free throw. So I mean, that was definitely a big time play by a big time player, and he brought it home. You know what I mean? Bring home city championship for freshman Cardinal Hayes. So you know what I mean. You fast forward to the springtime, so now everything comes full circle. You playing back with New Heights, where it started at, right? 15s. So take me through that. How would that look for you? Because I know you guys I kept tabs, throughout the summer. You guys were ranked, and like I said, not only in the Armor, y'all was ranked for 15s. Any sneaker brand team, right? You know what I mean? It was always in the top 10. I think I cracked the top 5 one time as well. So to tell me how that looked, and with no ranked players. Again, hear me out. Top 10, they cracked top 5, 15s with no ranked players, man.
We had no ranked players, but it was just that's when I became a dog. It wasn't basketball wasn't just for fun no more.
Right.
It was to prove a point. It was to prove I don't care who are you. You can be number 1 in the country. I'm gonna step up, and you gonna step up to the plate, because it's either you kill me or I kill you.
Facts.
And that's just how it's gonna be. And we play hard, my whole team, and I just want to shout out all of them. I'm not gonna say all their names, but just shout out all of them. Biggest person I want to shout out to is Toby, and I want to shout him out because we went from Hayes together, going undefeated, to playing with New Heights together, and he never played AAU basketball in his life. His first time ever.
That's the
big
guard,
man with the goggles.
The big man with the goggles. Oh yeah, yo, shout out Toby, man. Toby, real quick. Sorry, but yeah. Because I'm a basketball coach, so I was coming to the freshman games. And bro, from your first game, I probably went to like 7 because again, Joe Tucson, that's my little man. I would check him too, so I would wait, and then watch the varsity play. Yo, Toby, from the first game to the end of the season, yo, he made leaps and bounds, bro. I watched it, bro. You made leaps and bounds. Keep staying alive, baby. Staying alive.
He never played AAU basketball before. He just showed that no matter what, he was gonna play hard.
Right.
Falling hard.
Right.
Not he didn't know how to catch himself on different falls, hurting himself, getting right back up.
Right.
So it was just like Toby just pulled and pushed and did anything he could do just to show that he was going to stay on that court no matter who you were.
Right.
And that's the big shout out that I want to give. He helped us definitely get to the Final Four.
Okay.
We made it to the Final Four UAA. We cracked top 5. In the UAA, basically top 5 in the UAA, just only our sneaker brand.
Right.
We were number 3. In the country, we were number 7.
See?
So it was
crazy.
just we were fine. I like how we finished. And I feel like if we worked with each other just a little bit more, had Toby playing AAU basketball a month earlier, 2 months earlier, just to get his footwork and different defensive rotations down pat, we would have won the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. I definitely think that you guys definitely y'all built this first season together. I think you guys are going to be a force to reckon with coming forward, man. It's just definitely, I'm interested in seeing how that plays out. So you finished top 4, y'all did your thing. I know as well in the summertime you play a lot of summer ball. Watson, you got the Watson Classic, Dykeman, other tournaments I can't even think right now. But I know I watched you last year. I know you played this year. I think you played 19s and 16s both. I remember last year I came to watch you at Dykeman. Last year you played 19s as a freshman. And I remember you got in the game. I remember Glasses put you in the game. I don't think you started. You was about to because they showed up late, and I remember. But then they said came and you ain't started. Then you got in quick or whatever. And I remember Cha-Ching was like he was on the mic. He didn't say nothing crazy, but it was you here now? It's the big, you know what I mean? Let's go.
Step up.
Yeah, but it was he was trying to motivate you and shit. So you started out slow. You just started out slow. I think it wasn't even. I don't know. You started out slow. He pulled you. He gave you a little pep talk. Yo, listen. You wanna? You know what I mean? Let's go. Let's go. And you got in there and you turned up, bro. Once you got that first bucket, it was over. I knew already. I already knew. And again, I'm talking to your possum always like, yo, I'm here. Like, yo, he doing this, he doing that. And yo, as soon as he turns stuff, I had to tell him like, nah, he turned the shit up.
Definitely shout out to Chain too, because once you get that first bucket, you feel great. Like you good. Like now you don't care how many shots you take. You know half of them is going in like anything, and that's how. That's when it first started. The Jungle Approved.
Right. Jungle Approved.
And I was in 8th grader, becoming a 9th grader, and I was Jungle Approved as a ninth, like as a rising freshman.
Right.
And that's when I knew, like, for me, I don't care who I'm playing against. 19 years old, 20 years old, I could last with anybody, like any of the best. So that's why I just like playing in certain things like that, because it gives you way more confidence.
And it's different. Describe like, so you got the Dykeman type. So you got, are you playing in the summertime? You got the Dykeman type of thing, that basketball entity or world. Then you got AAU and that entity. Then you got school. Like, and if you know anything about basketball, those are three different type of entities. When you come in to play ball, it's different. The environment is different. The way it's structured is different. It's totally different. How are you able to adjust your game for each type of, you know what I mean? For each type of basketball.
I don't like to brag, but I'm just like very smart with the IQ part of basketball.
You are. I would. If he didn't say it, I was gonna say it. But go ahead. Like,
it's just easy to. For example, no matter all three of those levels, still got to learn how to play a pick and roll game.
All the way a pick and roll.
So, coming off the pick and roll, that's the easiest thing that I could do, because in not even a couple of seconds, half a second, the longest, I could freeze everything in my mind and just see where everybody would go and what would open up for me. Would it be my shot? If I drag and I just hesitate into a jump shot, can I go to the basket? If I drive to the basket, is this guy gonna help and I kick to the corner?
Right.
And I never read the defender's reaction, because I don't care about his reaction, because it's all about mine. So that's why it was so easy for me just to like translate my game into different like levels. Dykeman, it's no help.
No help.
So once I get by you, I'm laying the ball up.
Yep.
And if it's the quick second of help that you can, like for example, like a Shamani
right,
coming to block you 6'7",
right,
and I'm just dish the ball.
That's it for the pocket pass dump.
AAU, they played a lot of man also with team throws, stuff like that,
right,
but there was a lot of help on it. So once I got by you, I knew I was having a kick. Or once I got by you, I knew I had a little euro, because I could fake the kick, you'll go,
right,
euro layup. Right. And just school basketball was just the same thing as AAU, but only because I had the same coach on both.
Right.
So
right.
The same place that we played in Hayes, we put it in the AAU basketball.
Right.
So it was just like everything was working against different kinds of zones, matchups. Like anything they put up against us was working, plays and things like that. So that just worked for us in a great way.
I got you. So again, you see what he said, like, yo, and it's true. Like, you should be able to play on any level of basketball. I've heard too many excuses. Oh, nah, this kid can only play. Nah, he's more, and it could be. You might be more effective in a structured system, but yo, if you're a baller, bro. And if you're a smart baller, then you'll be able to adjust your game in any environment, any type of structure you playing in. You know what I mean? But again, it starts up here. So now we here, winter time, fall, winter, going into winter. You at Wings Academy, sophomore year. I know it's a lot of big expectations. It's gonna be it's no pressure, and I know you don't feel the pressure, but I know my boy gonna come through. It's a big year for him. So this season, you know what I mean, new team, new coach, Billy Turner. Shout out to Billy. Been doing this a long time. How you guys looking this year? Like, you know what I mean, what the team looking like? What's your goals?
We played our first game. We beat Gompers High School by 26.
Okay.
94-67. But just as the first game and seeing how good we could be just by playing hard and stuff like that, making extra passes.
Right.
I just thought we could be good this year, and we could be any team we put our minds to. One thing about us, we don't overlook any team.
Right.
Gompers, we have our second game actually is against Monroe High School. We play at Monroe at 5 o'clock on Tuesday.
I'm in there. Monroe, Tuesday, 5 o'clock, fellas. It's going to be a goodie, man. I'm in there.
Facts. And it's just like, they got two great guards, Brandon Hendricks and Hamar Segus.
Okay.
Those are two of my close friends. But we never overlooked Gompers like, oh, we know we could beat them. They haven't been good in a couple of years.
Right.
We gonna just worry about Monroe our second game.
Right.
We was all on first game of the season, Gompers. We have a statement approved.
Yes, sir.
If we beat Gompers by 2, and Monroe feel like they could beat Gompers by 40, what they think they're gonna do to us?
Exactly.
So that's why we made that statement early in the season. Like, nobody just gonna walk over us, and we not gonna walk over nobody else.
Right. I like that. I like that whole approach. That's definitely a dope approach. So this season, you guys, so I'm pretty sure your goal is to win the state title, right? City chip, state chip.
Yeah, definitely. Another goal, like team goal, would be to get my senior forwards and guards more offers.
Right, yo, that's
Just to put them in the spots that they can be, and I know what level they can play at, no matter what anybody says. So, if I feel like you could go mid-major, but you got nothing,
right.
I'm going to put you in that spot. Yo, Will, I'm going to make this move. That's one of my bigs. I'm going to make this move. Stay on the short corner. He's a great mid-range shooter.
Right.
Stay on the short corner.
Right.
I'm going to get in lane. I'm going to kick it to you on a short corner because they're going to think you're going to the box.
Right.
I'm not handing it off. I'm going to kick it. Short corner jump shot. Boom. That's a jump shot.
Fellas, did you just hear what he just said? That comes with maturity. Maturity both on and off the court. One of his goals for this season is to get his bigs, his upperclassmen, looks, even the ones that don't have looks or they may have looks or whatever, but to get them looks by putting them in positions to be successful, by exploiting their strengths. That right there is the makers of a great point guard, bro. I wasn't expecting that answer. That's definitely a dope answer. And I hope that they do get it, because then you know what I mean, shit like that, they'd be forever grateful to you for that. But at the same time, like I said, that right there, this your mentality is showing me as far as a point guard, because a lot of being a point guard is a lifetime of. I don't think nobody ever really masters that position. The point guard is everything, scoring, defense, but more importantly is this. You gotta have this, man. And it's a book out. Kyle Fink, shout out to Kyle Fink, called Point Guard. If you guys, interested or got time, I think you're thanking me. Trust me, the book is a good book. He played D1. He wound up going D3. I don't know if his story's in the book. I didn't read that, but it might be like in the eulogy part, or not the eulogy. I'm sorry, you know what I mean, in front of the book when you whatever. It might be in there, but yeah. So he definitely he's a baller. He played, did his thing, but point guard. But that right there in the book it's not even talking really about basketball. It's talking about the type of mind you need to have as a point guard, because that is real, fellas. That's as real as it gets. But what he said was key, man, and that's just to get the kids looks. But just being playing with people in general, you gotta be able to exploit your player's best talent. You the coach, you the extended version of the coach. I know y'all hear all the time, but it's true. And once you embrace that and treat it as such, you will be successful. So I want to talk about. I know you said that was some of your goals. I want to talk about now you as a player. Like, so what you think? What's your best attribute as a player?
Scoring.
Scoring. Yeah. All right. So if they took away your best attribute on the court, right? What else could you do to make your team successful and you still be effective on the court?
I could just be vocal and be a leader.
Yeah.
Also bring an IQ to the game. Different things like passing wise, things like that. Like somebody cheating up.
Right.
Usually if somebody cheating up on a play, 2-3, anything, that's my time to drive and score. But since we're gonna take away the scoring part, if they're gonna cheat up, I'd rather my teammate just come back door, boom, there's a pass.
Okay.
So it's just like being a leader, staying vocal defensively, being a dog defensively. That'll just make my teammates even more better, because they're going to feed off my energy, me being a leader on the floor. If I'm diving on the floor, what you think the other person going to do?
Right.
If I'm shooting a bad 3, they're going to shoot a bad 3 too, because they're going to feel like they're liable to do the same thing.
Exactly.
So I'm going to just work on not making no mistakes, or make one or two, but I'm going to get them right back.
Right.
But that's one thing I can bring, a lot of leadership.
Yeah. Dope, bro. Dope. What's one part of the game you feel like you want to improve or needs the most improvement?
Most improvement, I still say my left hand.
Left hand?
I'll go left. I can finish with the left. Like, all that is easy, but it's just different things. Like, I could go up and I could double pump a layup, hold with my right hand, bring it back, and still lay the ball up with my right hand.
Okay, I got you.
I do it on my left hand. It probably would come up short, but once again, there's no reason that you should really do that.
Right, but you just want to
just practicing just because you need to learn how to do different things.
Absolutely. The more you got in your bag, bro.
Yeah, you never know what'll happen in the game where you might just have to.
Absolutely.
But just like mostly my left hand. Jump shot wise, just getting off the ground more.
Yeah, I feel like no fun. I thought he was gonna say my jump shot. His jump shot got so. Yeah. And it's been. I can say that for me, because like I said, my opinion. I don't really think it's biased. It's just my opinion. I actually watch players more than once. Otherwise, I won't have an opinion on it. Like, I've been watching for a long time, so I can give my honest opinion. I feel like it's more consistent, but I feel like that shit been good. Like, it's good. It's been decent, better than what people think. There's a lot of people that's just not. Oh, he can't shoot. I'm like, yo, but nah. Like, at least since going in, like summer 8th grade, because he played with me that summer 8th grade. He was shooting. Yo, that's something we went to Basketball Hall of Fame. even then, I'm like, damn, his shot looking good. The form, it was lined up. From that point on, I could tell you was in the gym working on your shot, and it was getting good then. It was decent then. Fast forward to freshman year, I watched more than one game. I was at a game. I'm like, yo, his shot really looking good. Form was looking good. He's making it.
And
like,
it was also because
making it.
I was working with my uncle Jared Lockhart, and it was just before we even started really getting into the college D1 guard workouts. It was just, yo, go to the gym, just shoot 500 shots, and it wasn't a 500 serious shots.
Right.
Playing around off 1 foot, little just throw ups, just to see how my shot could just be on line, what form I feel more comfortable with. Do I want to shoot my elbow out here and it'll go in, or do I want to hit like anything? It would just be, yo, go get some shots up. Like, the more shots you get up, the more shots gonna have to continue going in, like, after a while. So it was just getting a feel for shooting the ball. I was mostly a driver, trying to bully my way through people, but people got bigger, got stronger.
Right.
I probably didn't get, like, taller, but the strength was still there. But if somebody tall and strong as you,
Right.
they could meet you at the rim still, so you gotta have a little pull up and stuff. But
Absolutely.
that's what he taught me. And before we went to UAA finals, when we played Team 3 on the Final Four, we worked out for like 2 weeks straight in the gym. Then I didn't even want to wake up. He would just text me like, "All right, don't be great then." I'm like, don't be great. You my
Don't
uncle,
be
what
great.
you mean?
I'm still in that Lockhart. Yo, don't be great.
So like, it's just like I want to be good. So it's like I'm gonna just push myself. And that's when I just started going to the gym with him every single day for like 2 weeks before he left the city, went out of town, and went to UA finals, and I played greater than ever. Like, I feel like that was one of my best tournaments ever playing basketball on leadership level, scoring level, like just all around game.
Right. That's dope. And it's definitely important, man. I say all the time, you gotta get a. Technically, you should be getting a 500 a day. Like, you know what I mean, you should be getting a 500 a day. Like,
This morning I probably got up 500.
You got
Had
to.
school practice. Didn't even want to go to that. Sunday I want to rest.
Yep.
Nah.
And
I'm
there's-
up.
and there's
Woke up
nothing
at
wrong
7
with
o'clock
that.
in the morning.
There's nothing wrong with that. People get it misconstrued. Like, you know, I'm dramatic sometimes too. We as parents and coaches and loved ones be like, yo, especially being old, right? I call it the old wash syndrome. You old and washed and shit, so you be trying to like live vicariously through your kids. We be all guilty of it. So, yo, what? If it was me, I would have been up. Stop it, Five. Stop it. No, we didn't, because it was us and we was not getting we was not getting up. Clearly, you see where I'm at, sitting here on the couch of the podcast. If I was getting my ass up like I should have been and putting more energy, effort into what I should have been doing it, the story would have been a little different. But I said to say that, yo, they human first, man. I need to keep reiterating this to parents and coaches and everybody. These kids, man, they are still kids. They have other lives. That's when I get it. You want to be great, you're going to put your effort and energy to it. But at the same time, you don't want to burn them out, man.
Only thing I'm going to say, though,
you
if
don't
you're
wanna
watching
burn them
this,
out.
like, if you're watching it all the way through, don't just think because you're a kid and you got other things to do and stuff like that, that's time for you to just take a day off.
Right.
This morning, I ain't want to wake up. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. I got to be at the gym by 8. I got to work out. It's like, yo, I don't want to wake up. But then I thought about it like, yo, wait, I don't go. What I'm going to do all day?
Exactly.
I'm going to eat a sandwich.
Exactly.
I'm going to lay up. I'm going to watch
Exactly.
TV shows. Like, might as well just get my workout in. It's not doing nothing. First of all, who's up at 8 o'clock in the morning through 10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning as a teenager? We waking up at 1, 2. So I might as well just go get my work in. After that, I still got time to go have fun.
The whole day.
And this summer I played probably one game in Dykeman, but it was just like I gave up summer basketball for most of the summer because now you could get your little kid things in.
Right.
Yo, it's an amusement park I want to go to. Ta-da. I'm not playing in Dykeman, Watson, Tri-State, all this.
Right.
I'm playing in nothing. I'm just in the gym.
Right.
So now one gym day off because I want to go to the amusement park. I'm gonna make that up by having 2 weeks straight of gym days.
Right.
Just because I'm not playing in these little tournaments.
Right.
So that's
Right,
one
right.
thing. I played one game in Dykeman. I played well, but after that it was just like, where did that get me?
Right.
Cool, I'm getting up the little ISOs and stuff like that, but the clout mean nothing if
Right.
you're not, like, your game is not getting better with it. So
Facts. I say it all the time too. I love Dykeman. Dykeman, we love it. It's entertainment, right? It's entertainment, but I feel like at a certain point, like he said, yo, you gotta get in there. Like, you spend all that time you spent in Dykeman, it's cool, right? You work on you. I mean, it's fun, but what are you really getting from it, right? Like, if you already got your D1 school, you coming back home for a workout, trying to get your shit off, then I understand it. And that's the fun part, because you just go in there trying boom. But a lot of us, and we being real, a lot of the kids that aspire for Dykeman is for the clout. Like, it's for the clout, because at the end of the day, like, it's only very few games where it's real. And I'm not trying to play, like I said, I love Dykeman, but where it's like, okay, we trying to win, like, it's not often, you know what I'm saying? And the funny part is, like, it's more competitive for the middle schoolers. Like the 16s, and they don't get all the shit. They don't even get the shine like that because we want to see the unlimited 19s. But the hardest games that I play is between the 16s.
That's a big shout I want to give too to my uncle Ike. He's not into all the social media stuff, so I'm not gonna say too much. But he started a group called Visionary.
Shout out to Visionary.
It's like we not for the clout. We got people with clout. We got Scotty Lewis, Joe Toussaint, Bryce Wells. Like we got all these players, RJ Davis. But it's just like we not in it for the clout. We don't gotta post every day that we texting a UNC commit or a top college D1 player. We don't gotta do that. We family, and it goes past basketball because they don't only check on you for basketball. When's your next game? When's your next progress report? When's your next report card period? Like I want to see your average. If you got over 80 average, I got this for you. Like for me, and it's just a family and it's a brotherhood and we all close. And I feel like we probably got one of the realest group chats because we don't sugarcoat nothing in our group chat. We keep it a buck. If we feel like you can't shoot, don't take it as I can't shoot. They don't believe me. I take it as constructive criticism.
Right.
We trying to help you. That means go in the gym and shoot and prove me wrong. But that's one thing that I like about my Uncle Ike, and he just brought it together, a group of older people who are role models to me and also the younger ones that are still in the group. And we just started working on that, and they just help us every single day, text us, stay in contact. We talk about basketball games, like anything you want to talk about, they open to talk about. So
that's dope, man. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Ike for sure. I met him. Matter of fact, I think the first time I spoke to him through social media before, but the first time I actually spoke to him, I met him was at Antonio's thing we had at my T-Neck at the Rider Center, and definitely a cool brother. And from what I know, what I heard, see the things that he done, is dope, bro. Shout out to you. And honestly, young black brother, he don't get a lot of credit for what credit he should get. Forget about the tournaments and whatever else, to build a network of young black athletes, bro. Not even saying like that, but young athletes that come from where he come from, you know what I mean? And to have them teach them at a young age to give back, that's essentially what it is. You being a bigger brother, you're giving back. You know what I mean? Passing the torch. Hope and create that group and that camaraderie amongst everybody that has the same or trying to obtain the same goal is dope. And like he said, it's not only about basketball, it's about books. You know what I mean? Regular life stuff. They talk about different things. They got check-ins. Like, that's dope, bro. And then most importantly, they hold each other accountable, man. And it gets no better than that. So him creating that, man, like I said, I aspire to be more like you, brother. That's dope. Shout out to you.
One thing he told me, I'm not gonna lie, the biggest thing was, he know I got the little clout on Instagram and stuff like that, but one thing people don't really know about me that they should know is that, like, I'm not Hollywood. I'm not going
at all.
I'm not gonna leave you in my DMs. You ask me for anything, how you did this, how you got your bounce up a little bit, how you got stronger, how you changed your jump shot form that quick, and all that stuff I respond to. And that's what Ike told me. It was just, don't be Hollywood, because if you put yourself in that predicament, would you want them to do that to you? If they actually share your picture, when's your next game? Answer. Right. They just want to support. Like, they're not trying to hurt you, they're not trying to harm you. Right. So that's one thing that I took into consideration a lot. Like, just not being Hollywood and letting little followers and likes and comments and little things that people would say about me get to me a lot, because it's always somebody out there that you probably would never know about that's working harder than you and want the clout, but just don't got it. Right. And it's somebody who wants to work as hard as you would probably be just like you, but you would never know because you want to be Hollywood. And that's one thing that I think I'll never do. I'll never become Hollywood on nobody.
That's definitely important. I definitely got to follow with that, because I'm all the way gonna keep it funky. Just being in this world, like as a coach or as a fan, like people talk all the time. Like, that's what it is. It is what it is. And I've heard that, like, I've never heard anything bad, like, CJ's a bad kid, because most people know him. CJ speaks to everybody. He's probably one of the most humblest kids I came across. But you assume because he has I don't even call it, all right, fuck it, because it is clout. He has the clout. I was gonna say he just has the liking, because that's clout is a liking, but clout only comes. Clout is one thing, right? Clout. I feel like clout is when you're not attainable. He's attainable. People see him all the time, and he speaks. You know what I mean? So I feel like I call it more of a likeness, like kind of like Isaiah, right? Watch the same thing. You can't. okay, clout, but it's still a likeness. He's obtainable. So clout, I feel like more clout is when you want all of it. I can't talk to you. Clout is associated to me with Hollywood. I'm saying clout. Yeah. I associate clout with Hollywood. Now if you have a likeness, of course, and you're obtainable, I can talk to you. I can reach out to you. Nah, that's not clout. People disrespect it. You know what I mean? And like I said, one of the things that I heard maybe years ago, like, oh man, he's caught up in the social media. I'm like, but how? Like, what's caught up in the social media? Like, what does that look like to you? And again, you know, people. That's why this was important to me too, doing, you know what I mean, stuff like this and whatnot, so you could get to know a different side of the youth, you know what I mean, different side and everything like that. During this basketball journey that you on, that most people on, you always come across, you know, if you're lucky, you come across some great ones that inspire you. They drop some good knowledge on you. They support you. They you know what I mean, they leave a lasting impact. People besides, you know, your parents. You know what I mean? Any people that you came across like that? I'm pretty sure.
I want to say Glasses.
Shout out Glasses.
My Uncle Mario, Coach Shapiro, Dewan. Definitely, and the top two I would say Coach Adam and Coach Danny. Coach Danny, just because he gave me that chance just to be that year I was really like a breakout star.
Right.
And not really a star on that ranking level and stuff like that, because I don't care about none of that, but just a star to give me my confidence to continue doing what I want to do and what I now got the love for, and I don't think I could ever lose it. And Coach Adam just was thinking about my side even after I left New Heights. He was still texting me and my dad, finding out how I was, checking out my grades. If I had any problems, with any class, he'll still try to find a New Heights tutor to tutor me in different subjects that I need help with. Those people just supported me, those two people supported me so much. And I say Uncle Mario definitely because I ain't have rides to those summer games, stuff like that. I'm living far. I'm not in the Bronx, so
right.
He'll come pick me up from the Bronx. He'll come from the Bronx, pick me up, drop me off back in the Bronx, drop me off back home. So just those drives and the talks we would have, it was just make me notice it's true love right there. That's not no fake love, stuff like that. And you got a lot of fake love with the little followers that you get and stuff like that. I just know who's actually there. It's a point in time where I'll have 5 and they'll be like, oh, CJ bummed it. Oh, nah, CJ not that good as he was. But everybody got a bad game.
Right.
Mario and everybody else was hitting me with the, bro, you good?
Right.
Next game, just show them what you got. So that's one thing they never took away from me, and that's the confidence. Nobody ever told me slow down. They just kept pushing me to keep going forward, and those are the only type of people that I want in my corner, nobody else.
Yo, and the sidebar, before you my fault, sidebar, I love, I don't love, but I games like that, I find, especially if you're considered, or you consider yourself, or you are a great scorer, when you have a game like that, I don't even comment on the score. I don't even when you have a game and you're not scoring like that, to me that's not a bad game. I don't equate it to that because I know you can score. So now what I do is find out, I point out the things you did good besides scoring. Now I'm like, yo, nah, bro, what you have? But you did this, you did that, you did this, because that's important. And like I said, you can't equate basketball with success. You can't equate basketball success with only scoring because there's way more to it than that. And I know we all love to score. Yes, put that shit in the bucket. That's what it's about. Understood? Yes, we all want to get buckets. Yes, including myself. Even now, I want to get buckets. But the point is, it's so much more to it than that. And a game, like you said, if it was a game where he had 5, I'm always gonna tell nah, bro. I'm gonna lock in on everything else you did good. You might do some stuff that wasn't good, but I'm gonna focus and bring the attention to things you did good to let you know. Listen, look at what you did with your 5 points. Look at everything else you did. Now, if you bummed it, I'm gonna come at you because I'm like, yo, all you can do is score. You gotta figure it out because then you gonna have problems if it's all you can do. You gonna have problems. So you know what I mean. I find opportunity in that.
The last 2, they not no coaches, nothing but just players. Is my son Juju and Richie Cruz. Richie don't really play ball no more, but he graduated from Hayes when I was in there. And one thing about him was he just taught me the rules of high school.
Right.
You go in, get your work done, don't talk to nobody. Just stay to yourself, get your work done, play basketball. And he don't really play ball no more, but to this day, he'll still text me and support kind of any game I need him to come to. And he's just one of my greatest supporters. And I'll just say Juju because just being in school with him and Joe just showed me the bond that you can have with a teammate that'll make y'all bond go on the court and off the court. Like the bond they had, I would love to have with any team I had because they were so cool. Never argued. When they did argue, it was a good argument. Like it wasn't no bad argument that made them want to fight. It was just like, yo, Joe, you ain't cut to the corner on this one. Right. Joe correct Juju just because Juju was also on them too, like just younger. And just having that bond with a teammate was different. And that's how I feel like me and Juju was, like, even after Hayes and stuff like that. I see him in the summer. We play on the same summer team. We'll see each other. And it was just our bond, like, grew stronger and stuff like that. And to this day, Juju got so much clout. He'll still text my phone any day. Like, so those are the top two players and stuff like that.
Right.
Also, my two brothers, like I said, from Monroe, Brandon and him, those two. Those are my brothers. Like, those four right there. Nobody getting between us. Those are my brothers right there. I'm not gonna lie. And RJ, definitely. Sandbox.
Facts.
That's RJ. Blood right there. That's not even just somebody I met. So
shout out RJ. I gotta throw somebody in there too, man. You gotta shout out Rob. Real quick, man. You gotta shout out Rob. You gotta shout out his pops. It was understood only to be said, but I'm gonna do it because I did it for, like, yo, y'all don't know. Y'all do know. Some of y'all do know. A lot of y'all do know. But the grind is real, bro. Like, this don't. To the point that he got to today, besides everybody else he mentioned that definitely had a hand in it. Like, you know, the parents, we tend to, even myself included, we tend to give them the credit. Like, we give it to them because, like, you are a parent. Like, we know, like, we love you. Yeah, you did it. You got it. But, like, sometimes it's good to hear. You know what I mean? And sometimes we just take it for granted. You know what I'm saying? Because you're just like, okay. But, you know,
and it came from my father. It was to a point where he didn't have to tell me, yo, let's go work out.
Right.
12 o'clock in the morning, the court's right next to the building. Yo, Dad, I want to go work out.
Right.
Yo, yeah, I'm tired. Wait, you want to go? Yo, we out.
Yeah,
we going to work out. And the main person in this that got nothing to do with basketball is my mom.
Right.
Because she's not all into the basketball stuff. But one thing my mom and my dad definitely could do together is make sure that I'm perfect on that grade-wise and basketball stuff. Because my mom is on top of the grades.
Right.
Every parent-teacher conference, she's there, all of that. She's in school herself, so we together on that grade stuff. Then my father jumps in with the basketball and also the grades because he's not going to let me lack on none of that.
Right.
But definitely my mom too, because it's days where I got to go away for the weekend, going to Atlanta, stuff like that. She want to come, but I know I still got her support because she can't come because she's doing homework for her school.
Right.
So I definitely want to shout out my mom for sure. And my blood sister, obviously, Brianna. Like,
shout out to the family, man.
Yeah, my whole family, like my uncle, Brianna.
Yo, it takes a village, bro. This shit not easy, man. This basketball life is not easy. It takes a village, man. And it's important. Like I said, take for granted because I go and watch other kids, and like I said, I'll be doing. I do that anyway, but don't have the support, and that's why I just wanted to say that. Like, it's important. Like Rob, like, it's funny. He's older now, just like my people. Like, it's different. You older, so you don't have to be. But during the most important parts of doing this, every game, don't miss a game. There. Supporting, having the talks, barking on them, whatever you gotta do. But
to this day, I still get text messages like from my mom, CJ, you sure you don't want me to come? I'm like, Mom, do your work, you good. Yeah. But those like four people, my mom, my dad, my sister, my uncle, those are like my main like family, like blood supporters. Those are the only people that really come to games, support me that much. So when it comes to them four, I'm definitely like, I gotta hold them down. I gotta make sure I'm showing out whenever they come because those are the only people in my family who really, for me, with the basketball stuff is there. So that's why I put them on a different level with anybody else.
Facts, man. That's dope, man. But before we get out of here, right, I got a trivia question for you. I got a trivia question for you before I give you, you know what I mean, the important gift. But I want you to name 5 conferences, right? It's 32 conferences, Division I and NCAA. I want you to name 5, but you can't name the 5 that I'm gonna give you. So these 5 you can't name: ACC, Big East, Pac-10, Pac-12. So it's the ACC, the Big East, the Pac-12, the Big 10, and the Big 12. So give me 5 more that I didn't name.
All right, the SEC.
Right.
Sure. The MAC.
Got you.
There's actually 2 MACs.
Yep.
MAAC and MAC MAC. I know both of those.
Yeah, Mid-American Conference and the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. MAC, so the Mid-Atlantic Conference. The Mid-American Conference is the MAC, and that's like Ohio. I think that's the only one I can think of right now from there. But the Ohio, not Ohio State, not Ohio Miami. Matter of fact, Ohio Miami is there in Ohio. So there we go. Those 2 schools, Ohio and they're part of that Mid-Atlantic Conference, and the MAC is the MAAC, the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference. But that's 3 names. I own them, right?
I would also say Atlantic 10.
Okay.
and Ivy League too.
There you go. That's 5, man. He did better than everybody else, for sure. But yo, it's 1,000. It's 32 Division I conferences, and I'm gonna go through them real quick, just to, just knowledge, fellas. Just throwing it out there so you can do your own research. Look it up. Look at some schools in there that might fit your game, right? Like I said, it's important, man, to do your research on these schools. You want to go to a school that the coach, it fits your style of play, the way you play. Maybe, find out how many people they're recruiting or how many people is already on that team that play a position. Find out how many upperclassmen. That's also a point, upperclassmen. If they heavy on the seniors that play, you go into a situation where you might be playing behind people you better than. Things like this you got to think about when you're looking for a school. You know what I mean? I get we all have our dream schools, but if you want to give yourself the best opportunity to be playing on a professional level, whether it's the NBA overseas, it's very important, man. It's important to find the school that fits you. And I said, and I'm going to continue to say, you want to go to the school that needs you. I need you, not that wants you. Like, want a lot of girls, you can want a lot of money, you can want, that's a want. But I need water, like you need water to survive. You understand the difference, the needs and the wants? So if a school's telling you they need you, yeah, I'm more inclined to go to the school that needs me than the school that wants me. But again, so you got the American East, the American Conference, American, that's UConn and them, Atlantic 10, ACC, Atlantic Sun, Big 12, Big East, Big Sky, Big South, Big 10, Big West, Colonial, Conference USA, Horizon. You got the Ivy League, the MAC, the Mid-American, the MEAC, shout out to the MEAC, most of the HBCUs, the Missouri Valley, Mountain West, the Northeast Conference, that's as well as local St. Peter's of the world, Ohio Valley, Pac-12, Patriot League, SEC, the Southern Conference, Southland Conference, the SWAC, and again, that's HBCU schools, Summit League, Sun Belt, West Coast SWAC. So 32, man, 32 conferences. Do your research. 353 Division I schools within those conferences, man. Anyway, I appreciate you, bro, coming through. Good luck this season, bro. Keep doing your thing. You already know. Live work, See you in the back. Good looking, Brody.
Thank you.
Yo, tune in. Keep tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, man. My boy, my guy, CJ. Y'all know the vibes, man. Strap up. Get buckets, baby. Kill Bill. Lab work, man. Stay in the lab. Keep them books right. Oh, before we get out of here, yo, just note, his books is right. Now, books is right. 83 average. I was telling him offline that, you want to keep it at an 85 minimum. You want to shoot for 9 always, but 85 minimum because it gives you cushion. Like I said, we humans, it's going to be days. We got games and practice. We might slip and get like a 70 on the test or that 65. And if you have an 85 average, that 65 won't knock your joint down. Let's say if you have an 80, the 65 knock you down, now you got a 70-some average. 85, you get a 60-something, it might knock you down to that 83 and you're still okay. You know what I mean? So strive to keep a minimum of an 80, maximum of an A, always. But again, Brody, good luck this season. Keep doing your thing, killer.